you're talking about credibility, and I think what you're saying is leaders not only have to have credibility in the subject matter. Do you know what's going on in a company? You don't have to be as good at me at the operation, but you got to know what's going on. So there's an operational credibility that's required. The first credibility that's absolutely is a must is credibility as a human being to me, credibility as a person. Are you a good person? I don't care if you're, Steve Jobs and a wizard, a once in a generation genius. If you're not good to me, I don't, all that's moot as far as I'm concerned, because it's not good for me. So I think you're agreeing with that. The word that you haven't said, but I know you're implying, is the concept of trust. When you're saying building credibility and all of that, and moving into management and all of that, I think you agree. I mean, I believe in it so much. I titled my book after,
Wrote a book about
trademark the
it.
term,
That's right. That's right.
trust-based leadership. I think, a leader can have everything, smarts, intellect, experience, everything. But if he doesn't trust, and he has not earned the trust, I'd say mediocre results at best.
At
On the
best.
flip side, yeah, on the flip side, if a person has earned that credibility, the trust of his people, they will run through a brick wall, not only to get the job done, but to not let you fail. And I'm living testimony. I've been in charge of so many things in the corporate world. I had
Right.
zero expertise, zero experience, zero formal training. I admitted that, did what I could to enable the teams, and without fail, they rose to the occasion and produced magnificent results every single time. And I'm not alone on that. That's the hallmark of good leadership. And Alan Mulally took over Ford Motor Company. He's not an auto guy. He was an airlines guy, and led them to some of their most prosperous
Right.
years ever. I mean, they were losing billions of dollars when he took over.
Yeah.
And initially it was like, who's that? He's not even an automobile guy. Pretty smart guy, and knew what he didn't know, and got people involved, in your point, to the point of your book, by the way, which I've read. And remind me, I'm going to ask you at the end of this podcast, how can people find the book? I've got your book. I've read it. And it's super good. It's a good read, if I say so myself.
Well, thank you for that. And I just want to just comment on your company with trust there. Trust in the workplace is more than just telling the truth to folks. That's
Mm.
honesty, and that's an essential, right?
Right,
But
right,
trust is giving your folks access to information that would help them understand more about the organization, some of the decisions being made, to the point that you can share it. It's about asking for their input. It's about listening to their opinions, asking questions of them, listening to those responses. It's about displaying true and genuine care and value for your people. That's how you build trust with your prospective followers. It's going beyond just an occasional interaction, but it's really investing time with them. Again, giving them access to, and I mentioned in the book, taking them from a renter mentality in the workplace to an
yeah,
ownership culture, one where they feel like they're truly valued and cared for, and they're a part of the organization, not just someone there to punch in, clock out, and just do a task. It's much more than a task. It's achieving a purpose. And that's when you
yeah.
really build trust.